I am now joined by Oliver Kraft, and he is the incoming MRS President 2015, currently Vice President, and I should say congratulations on your upcoming term as MRS President.
Thank you.
So what are some of your goals for the Society?
Yeah. So the Society has started in the last few years a number of efforts, for instance, bringing back industry to the meetings, becoming virtual so that we have a virtual meeting experience, and also to involve the international community more, for instance, by having international university chapters which are not based in the US. That's also a new thing. So it may sound a little boring, but I think my main goals are to further promote these efforts and make them a success rather than starting new initiatives, because we have already a lot on the plate and we need to continue to work on that.
What would you say are some of the biggest issues facing scientists right now?
Well, I mean, I think for the US-based members, one of the biggest issues is the funding issue, so decisions that are made in the DC currently. And I think that will affect our colleagues here in the US on a short-term basis. It may affect the US economy on a somewhat longer-term basis. And being a European, I'm really concerned about the impact that this could have on other governments around the world. And I think fundamental science is important. And we have, on a global scale, a changing landscape in science anyway. Well, from a more technical point of view, the biggest issues remain the sustainable energy supply and related to that water supply around the world. And I think we need to continue to work on that as material scientists, and we could make contribution to that. And MRS is aiming at that as well. For instance, we are launching this year a new journal on energy and sustainability.
Yeah, I know that MRS is focusing on connecting the industrial side of the research equation. So tell me about those efforts.
Yeah, so I think that material science is really an applied science. That means even if I do a fundamental study on a material, I do this always having in mind that this material is used for something at some point. And it's our colleagues at industry who bringing then materials to the marketplace in one way or the other. So we need to engage them at our meetings, to have the meetings as a place to exchange ideas between academia and industry. So from an academic point of view, people should ask the question, how can my material be applied? And from the industrial point of view, one could ask, how could I make a new or better product based on materials development that I see here, that I learn about here? And I think that's what we're addressing in our technical symposium, and we did additional efforts, special events like the Technology Innovation Forum, to bring back industry, to have that exchange here at the meetings.
What do you hope attendees will walk away in terms of knowledge after this session?
Well, I think what I hope, and that's a short answer, that they walk away and just had a great meeting experience. They feel happy, that they had the impression that they met the best researchers of the world in their particular area of research, and that they have the feeling they were part of the materials community and not just a participant attending something.
Yeah, take something away, have a takeaway. So as the upcoming president, 2015, I guess what compelled you to devote so much time and energy and effort?
Yeah, I think if you look through the core values of MRS, there's one that says that being broadly inclusive and egalitarian is one of our core values, and that's something what I experienced in my 20+ years with MRS, and I hope others have made the same experience. And it's really about us as a society welcoming researchers from around the world, coming to the meetings, not only participate, but really being part of it, help to run and create the meetings and other activities. And I think that is one of my main goals as a president as well, to continue to have that value and make it or bring it to work.
Great. Well, Oliver Kraft, welcome back to the Bay Area as current Vice President again, and we look forward to your 2015 year as President. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.